Hello everyone! I made this video to give everyone a few tips about food safety to always remember, so enjoy. To start off, I just wanted to give you some background information. It is important to understand the problem before getting into what to do about it. Almost half of the people in the US eat out on any given day. That is a lot of people eating out at restaurants. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 48 million people get sick and 3,000 die every year from foodborne illnesses. 64% of foodborne illness outbreaks come from restaurants. This is a huge eye-opener because foodborne illnesses are a big deal and they're easily preventable. In the long chain from the farm or store to the plate in the restaurant, there are a lot of areas where foodborne illnesses can be stopped. It is up to those working in a restaurant to make sure that the food that arrives to the guest table is safe for them to eat. Now let's talk about the little things that we can do to help. First, it is important to recognize kitchen chaos as a reality. The busiest times in the restaurant lead to kitchen chaos. You know, when everyone is running around wildly trying to make food as quickly as possible, or getting orders and drinks and food out as fast as they can. The kitchen chaos leads to employees cutting corners on cleanliness and food safety practices. It has been shown that employees wash their hands less and change their gloves less and clean equipment less during peak hours at a restaurant. The first tip is the simplest tip that everyone still seems to skip over. This is hand washing. If it is so simple, then why don't we do it as often as we should? Why is it still the #1 suggestion to prevent foodborne illnesses, and all illnesses for that matter? It's because we still haven't got the whole hand washing thing down, so we're going to refresh. Here's a video that gives a little good example for hand washing. All right, the second tip I have for you is to clean up. Everyone at a restaurant hates doing side work, but they are important tasks that keep the restaurant clean and safe. Throughout the day, it is important to sanitize the surfaces that you or food come into contact with, such as food prep areas, cutting boards, storage areas, trays, and to change out the towels that you are sanitizing the other stuff with. It is kind of pointless to try to clean something with a dirty towel. These surfaces are a breeding ground for germs. To properly clean any surface, follow these steps. First, scrape the food and sticky stuff off first. Second, clean with hot soapy water. Third, rinse with a clean cloth, and follow by cleaning with a sanitizer. My third tip is about cross-contamination. A big cause of food illnesses is cross-contamination. Those who prepare the food must be careful that they are not using the same cutting boards or knives for raw meat and cooked meat and produce. They need to make sure to change gloves after touching raw meat and wash their hands frequently. If you're not personally in charge of preparing or cooking the food, you can prevent cross-contamination by keeping an eye on those who do and giving them a friendly reminder to change their gloves. Be vigilant and protect your guests. The fourth tip I have is the danger zone. The food danger zone is between 43 and 135 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the temperature that germs love to be in. Hot food must always stay above 135 degrees, and cold food needs to stay below 43 degrees. Do not leave food in the danger zone for more than 2 hours. Make sure that employees are routinely recording temperatures of storage areas and foods to make sure that they are safely out of the danger zone. All right, especially for servers. Servers are not usually required to wear gloves like those who prepare the food. However, they still prepare drinks, prepare the plate, touch the garnish, serve plates, and bust dirty tables. A server could touch the plate, utensils, or napkins of someone with germs or some sort of sickness and pass those on to the next guest as they touch the next plate or cup. So it is important for them to be aware of their own hands and what they've been touching. The last tip I would like to talk about is how to deal with allergies. It is difficult for people with allergies to eat out, and sometimes it can be difficult to cook for and serve them. First, all employees need to be aware of the main food allergies and how to check food labels for those ingredients. The big 8 food allergies that are most common are milk, fish, soybeans, nuts, peanuts, eggs, shellfish, and wheat. It is always good to double check the food labels for allergies, just in case. Sometimes those ingredients are found in foods that you would never have guessed. Always communicate food allergies to each other. Servers should make it clear in their orders to the cook that a guest has a food allergy, and then the equipment used to make the food should be allergen-free as well. Protect those who have allergies so they don't get sick at your restaurant. Well, that's all I have. Thank you so much for giving me a couple of minutes of your time to teach you about food safety. I hope that this video was interesting and important to you and that it can make a difference. Thank you for protecting people from foodborne illnesses.